your drivers, update your OS. Whoops, now the network is a broken mess. Legacy stack, oh what a delight. Let's patch a 90s relic at 3 a.m. tonight.
Welcome everyone to more not the dark side of the force, right? Using, how about we use the force, the LLVM forces. The Jedi, the power. How about we use it to debug the most cursed bugs? Let's see. I mean, need a little preparation for that. I started already a little bit. Can Claude fix a super annoying bug that I couldn't find a year ago? Let's actually do something useful. Do MIPS64, they said. So Sgi Octane, let's try. Can Claude fix a PCI bug that was working 15 years ago, but all the constant exchange regressions, at some point it regressed, and before you say bisect, I cannot bisect it because this wasn't upstream and stuff and complications. So this mostly affects audio, and obviously you know how much I like audio. I want my, like, can we have Sgi Octane audio back? So 7, this also means this actually, I just built this. What did I build? I built 713 for Octane. 713 for Octane. Although the question is, did I also apparently long time didn't test? Let's see how that goes. So SCPZ, MIPS64, MIPS64, all the stuff we want to test here. Net? No. All of that. What? What? 7? Which kernel are we at? What's kernel? Welcome. 7.1. What do I do wrong? MIPS64 boot. Build something. What did I just build? I hope the right thing. Build MIPS. I think, did I use that one? Just no. Should be there. It is there. 71 IP30. What do I type there? Build MIPS boot 7. Stop. Probably someone would have noticed it. Things nabbend. Really curious how this goes. Usually LM suck at exotic things. Fun, yes. What do I even do here? Man. So finally, a little bit skill issue at the end of the day. Collision, fair enough. What does it match here? Greedy, not greedy. Okay, 7. Okay, yada dish 3. 3 things. Collision. What? 1, 2. Yes. Hash. Stuff. Okay, that's probably better. Okay, so I don't daily boot this, and obviously we should change to daily boot. What's your experience so far with Claude? Different models, actually good results, and some lazy bug fixes. Yeah, the first model wasn't that good. Also, we used the wrong bug. Basically, yeah, the more we practice, the better. The more we babysit it, the better for that stuff. So we want IP30, we want TTY things, we want some log level things, and then we want so this is ARC, this is our ARC bootloader stuff. Let's hope that once upon a time did work. So 7. Oh, this actually mostly matches, huh? 713 IP30. Probably should. Oh wait, this is somehow wrong. This is not yet using the right here. That is. Let's convert this to my new modern layout. Things here. hope the initRD did work. What was the result with initRD on? You what? Winning dead? I mean, given I had that here, I hope that worked, huh? The bootloader was like, hey, worst case, we need to debug the bootloader further first. Might work out, even though it's kind of wrong most of the time. It's still got bombs in it, things. Yeah, so the problem with that is, and we debugged this. The problem is debugging is super painful. I added countless of printfs. The problem with sound on the Sgi Octane is that enabling the PCI device didn't work. They potentially related with 32-bit and whatnot, like 32-bit addressing versus 64-bit versus, yeah. Let's see what happens. Like, let's, so basically we cannot really lose because like I spent hours, maybe even a day debugging, maybe even a weekend, maybe I wasted a weekend on the shit. Like, this is exactly the stuff actually that LLMs should help us with, because like, holy shit, is it otherwise was it's not great. The problem is we need to rebuild DNS things here, because our Sgi Octane things is a little bit picky. DNS, actually we could, where are we? Here. What do we have? This here right now. We need basically revert all this stuff here. And what do we have here? I had here some custom patches for the SGI machines to boot with DNS mask. Disabled things, temp disables things, temp things not applying sins. Let's see, SVN up that, -1 is that. String patch. So we need here 2 patches, otherwise it just will not network boot. We could turn the Octane already on. Could we? Okay, let's give it a minute. Remember roughly where you left off with this debugging? With this debugging, the result was so I mean, maybe I even the problem is if you mean the Sgi Octane debugging. The problem was that the Linux kernel PCI subsystem did not want to enable the PCI device, and so basically for like many hours I added printfs like here and there and PCI. The problem was that this was, as you know, the Linux kernel some maze of like here from here PCI enable and here and bridge and there, and like basically 8 hours later like there was something with coherency, or actually maybe it was with physical bits addressable. I remember it was a maze and it was no end in sight where it even ends or where it's... Also, it once was working, right? This is the thing. But the problem with it once was working, the once was working was never upstream. So upstream it was never working. And so while it was working from 2006 to 2016 when it wasn't upstream, I also didn't forward port this patch. So the last kernel was 4.12, 4.18. Your CPU doesn't support what? What? What do we do here? What? Oh, did I... Don't tell me I bricked... Oh shit, did I brick my Oh, I know what it probably is. I probably shared this. I probably shared this tree with some other systems. That's probably what I did. Might have to port release by release. Might have to port it things to make mistake made IIS. The problem is that unfortunately once I merged, so first I kept forward porting Stanislav's original patches. But once, because the Gentoo people also worked on this, once I merged with the Gentoo people, and some Gentoo people had... And that's also like... in retrospect, I shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. Because some people, I think at Gentoo, they at one point they have rewritten the whole PCI and IOC3, that's some companion chip. And so they even the name was like, it was like IOC Mega. Even the name, even the patch name had Mega patch, like it was some 130 or whatnot, like it was an humongous patch. It's like, yeah, debugging of like, yeah, we have some Mega rewrite patch. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. I mean, I was thankful for the Gentoo people that it was working, but also it's like after I did this, it's like, yeah, maybe or yeah, it's. I mean, now it's upstream. The only problem is it's not fully up. But yeah, I mean, yeah, now probably the T2 is. I think the Gentoo people probably have given up. I'm not sure if they still do MIPS or too slow to natively build or whatnot. But I mean, the good thing is now some SUSE, like Thomas or someone at SUSE surprisingly brought it upstream. Why does this not link EFI too many to callback accepted? Or is it some... You know what? I think... Maybe that is some GNU... Oh, damn it. Is it like this? GNU. Did I do GNU? No, let's hope that just works somehow. Yeah, long story short, release early, release often, and bring it upstream. No, ach, damn it. Too many arguments, callback, expected 0, have 6. Ach, damn it. Clause doesn't guard if this statement by letting misleading if. Ach, damn, this is previously built usually. What did I do here? Yeah, I should also like bring this upstream or bring it like I mean, some of this here must have worked. Damn, all I wanted was this DHCP thing to work. It's funny that nobody else notices that this DNS. I mean, yeah, who's using MIPS and stuff? Please let this build. Oh, damn it. Don't make me use AI to fix this here too. Netlink. 0, have 6, and callback address. What the heck is it even? Damn it. $250. What callback is that here? Callback things. Callback, okay. Oh, there's callback. Means this clearly must be some GNU C99 shit, because like this is in callback things. This must have been this declared there without argument. This, callback unsigned in things Maclen param. Why do they program it like this? Well, what should that be? Like int I mean, we basically could check the latest version, huh? Well, how did they change this? I mean, code Z, how did this build? How did this code ever build, man? What was it, Netlink? Callback T. They changed this to callback T. Probably for that reason. Where's history? Many changes ago. What is the URL for commits? Source netlink C. Please make this work. Call. There was already some GCC. Fix things, compatibility, and compatible pointer types. Is this one? 2024. Callback, yes. Damn it. That's quite some. Please make this build. Yeah, as you see, you don't always need to throw AI on everything, and sometimes you can just open the GitHub. So again, we need this for net-to-network boots Octane, otherwise DNS mask will not work with SGI firmware. Oh, that worked. So, let's turn it on and hope for the best. Turn on. Party button is meh. Maybe I need some more silicon grease on the power button or stuff. Fable cannot fix. What do you mean this to clickbait? Right, Fable. What do you mean cannot? What do you mean? What do you mean clickbait? So we have the Search console here. Things, but that, yeah, so that's not defaulting to. I mean, I could, and welcome everyone. Message retracted. Come on, you can do it. Systems, I mean, could have probably let it start up. And like, how about, okay, we can probably boot P, I mean, what do I even have here? Print and shit. Oh shit, it's loading that. No. Stop loading printf, damn it. Boot P. Was it boot P colon? Let's see what happens here. Boot P, a cable should be in. Okay, it's obtaining something from server. I've been sitting here waiting for you to come back. That is so nice of Mythos is Fable. So what does it say? It says arc obtaining no configuration for this label print and I could change input output to, but I forgot how. What label do we always load? File name or as loader? Set env OS load file name IP30 boot P. Yeah, I know you want to see that. But I do not want to change here boot things always for arc load things loading configuration for IP30 obtaining arc. Wait, what? scrub file system. Failed. Why? Serve arcload not found. Serve MIPS VM Linux. Oh, here's some TT2. Fair enough, fair enough. So hear me out. What if we use this AI stuff to fix every exotic thing we ever had to fix? Oops. T2 of course. T2 of course. Of course T2. The question is, does mini RD work? I don't remember what file system I have. Worst case, it doesn't boot because file system doesn't mount. So yeah, the thing is, like, even with this AI stuff, you need to know what you're doing. Fix this file system mounting issue, make no mistakes. To use AI for anything at work. Until yesterday, I used AI for nothing. I've not used it for anything at work yet. Okay, loading a kernel. Let's hope for the best. So I guess that probably arcload. Is that what we reading? Loading kernel at reading. Max page size seems to be area too small. Loading init RD. It load something. So that's an arcload with area debug things entering kernel. Maybe I should make... Oh, it boots. Man, I spent so much time on this boot code. Oh, here. Rebooting init as init process things of unable to... This architecture running as init kernel panic node. That's relatively short-lived. Okay. It came up shortly. What could be the issue? Damn it. That's unfortunate. But hey, at least we booted. We booted something. That's more than nothing. Is this the latest kernel? It probably should be, huh? I wonder if anyone else tested that even. I doubt the the SUSE developer who is a maintainer boots it regularly. What is the frame buffer? But hey, at least the frame buffer still works. Here's your 100 bills, sir. Fable could find the bug things. Does it anywhere say the kernel version actually? What is this here, by the way? I mean, it could run SBNK-mod. I vaguely remember an issue of init process. I slightly wonder what this here was. Oof, yeah, regularly testing your collection of vintage machines. Where is the command line? Oh, here it even did init. Wait, it did even serial. It mod probe something? Did it do a little bit more this time? Deprecated, not supported by kernel. Cool. That's the only constant change and regression thing, right? That's not that helpful. I mean, it mod probes here things, so it runs init here. Legacy console. I mean, it does here SCSI. That's not helpful. Also, why don't we have init? Why don't we have? It's not going how I wanted it to go. Excuse me. What a weather. It's a little bit annoying that this doesn't give us... I mean, we could see if that here worked, just for reference, because I don't remember what I booted here last. So it doesn't reboot right now. Pressed reset, was that enough? Yeah, the best thing is to always have your infrastructure so that stuff boots. Okay, we have VGA output. Let's see what it boots. We can check what it... Yeah, so I'm working hard, as you can see, to have everything directly bootable. Yeah, it loaded 713. Okay, so good news is it starts to come up. The bad news is it doesn't fully boot. So we should now boot the previous... wait, 6.11? I don't remember if that was... So we might have here more, as you see, because we also tested SGI. We have here IP30. 6.11.3. Do we even have that? Don't even have that? Oh, we don't have that? Cool. I think this here was the last fully working kernel, but that's not really helpful. We could test this here. That's probably when I tested SGI 02. We need the last working though to debug this. I mean, we could also debug with an old kernel, but then strange name for the stream. Are you really using AI yourself? Yes, have you not seen that earlier? But first I need to, so did it fix it? We just started. I need to first need to get something booted here. Yeah, that's what people don't see, is the preparation usually takes already 50, I mean, depending on what, but preparation can always quickly testing something 1 hour later. Yeah, I should use those systems more often. Entering kernel. Okay. Entering kernel. What could possibly go wrong? This fails similarly. Why? I vaguely remember we had something like this. What was it, where, and when? I vaguely remember that warning. This was once an issue of stuff killing without stuff like shell stuff exiting without something to output. How did I boot that? Because I booted something when I mean, it is also possible that some memory corrupts and the init RD is incomplete. It's just booting the same kernel because it's now boot looping. Attempting to kill init. Bizarre. The problem is that for some reason we also don't see any output like this. I mean, what I could try. Yeah, basically, shell subscribe, we need to totally double down on improving our infrastructure things here. We could try like this without this TTY and log level things. And then, if you're lucky, it didn't load it yet. It didn't load it yet. But that would be an interesting experiment, using frontier LLM models to fix every vintage and retro support marginality. So I did, so like this it should output to the frame buffer. Did I do IP30? Yeah, I did IP30. Oh, look. No root or init, but that at least gives us a working shell. Like you, that is pretty okay. There is something where is serial console, not that's yeah. Linus told code quality. If I would have written this, it wouldn't be like this, but man, that's so pretty, our T2 kernel. Actually, I could even. Oops. Oh, that's differently pretty though. Oh, cool. Like just like that, like this, we can at least figure out what's with my hard disks because I don't remember. Like this, we could be up, but let me post this first. Share your screen. Yeah, I don't have good VGA capture. I need to significantly invest in screen capture things. We should reverse engineer this next. This VGA capture thing. To invest in KV. Yeah, the problem is it's an analog signal, right? I have theoretically an analog capture thing, but that's some 600 euro analog capture thing. Yeah, so this is super silly. I don't know why the init. Yeah, I vaguely remember that this nonsense here, that shit is crashing if it doesn't have. I don't know. Yeah, Linus Torvalds, like they have 300 million, but kernel crashes if it doesn't have an. I mean, this is. It should have a serial output. I don't understand why it says here somewhere console things of strange things. Yeah, on the frame buffer it works. So here, Sgi O2 things, latest kernel, 713 things. Okay, let's see what like a typewriter. Yeah, that's my ceramic key things on there. Okay, what is with those? Also, like, I mean, it's hilarious. Is it? It is what it is. It's a space bar. Yeah, that's the stabilizers fell off. And did I mention can't recommend those? Okay, what partitions do we have here? Disk type, we have XFS and X3. What do we even, why is XFS version 2? What is here, what even? SDA1 swap. SDA. I mean, we could also network boot. Did they really remove? Not supported deprecated version 4 CRC. Did they like really like, so they removed? You cannot make this shit up. They really removed some XFS version 4 format and now I can't. This is absolutely mind-blowingly ridiculous. Invalid argument exceeds size of device. Bad geometry block exceeds device. Did I network boot the Sgi O2 or did I locally boot that? I mean, that's ridiculous. Here we network booted that O2. How about we network boot that too? You cannot make this Linux fails up. Of they deleted, you cannot make this. They removed. They removed old XFS versions. Seriously, seriously. The question is, does the kernel have walk into barbershop or coffee keyboard? What? We're seeing Instagram. I know you saw Instagram. That's what you wanted to see. That's how it looked. Do we have does this Ethernet? Did this Ethernet? Ethernet is in the IO3. It says Claude Ethernet. Oh, we have Ethernet. Okay, amazing. Control Alt Delete. Let's network boot that. That's should be so. Root that. Serve NFS root MIPS64. Let's go. I mean, not having serial console is a little bit bloody annoying, but that's the smallest of our problems. I vaguely remember this. I even I debugged so much shit in my life. Linux kernel cannot even reliably do serial console. There was some implementation deficiency, whatever that was. Maybe I don't even want to remember. So MIPS64, we don't need that. That's probably what we used on the O2. That's some build from when? Cannot be that old. I'm pretty sure that's not that old. 25.8, okay, it's that old. It's nearly a year old. What? Why did this not auto boot? Not seeing Fable 5, yeah, because we're stuck making Linux kernel boot. Only here for Claude. You're only here for Claude. We first need our kernel booted before we can let Claude on that thing. Waiting for a 0? I thought we had 0. There is a 0. Wait, why? Wait, what? Pending reasons unknown, deferred. Power on. Oh, wait, what? If config no root or init, what's going on here? Waiting for things, platform things, deferred pro, pending reason unknown. Somehow this is timed out. Why? Why does this time out? Somehow it takes longer than 10 seconds for the Ethernet device to come up. Why is there always something? Well, there's always something. I hate this. There is one more broken thing. Did we had already in this? Do we have root weight here already? Do we have that there already? Although that's a new build, so we have here some root weight, wild stuff or command line. Weight for one thing is less equal or root. I mean, maybe that's a little bit. Maybe this should be a little bit better done, but are entitled to Claude. I'm pretty sure that nobody is entitled to Claude. Not sure what you mean about that. Maybe they had a program where they gave access to some. Be applied even to some. Did I do root weight? Let's reboot and hope for the best. So, is this for your T2 thing the most difficult Sgi Octane thing I just joined? What? Claude fix the most difficult. Yeah, we still need to get this booted first. Let's see, does it do something? So, to use Claude here on that. Also, it needs to boot. If it doesn't boot, we have nothing to debug. Good point. It's not a good point. Why don't you get Mythos? Did you know that nobody is entitled for that? Like, show me the Thors. Power on. Here is. Okay, the root weight somehow also doesn't. Why does this not? Why does this not? Actually, it says mounting. Then it doesn't mount. Wait, actually it says mounting and it doesn't mount. Why does it not mount? NFS serve, NFS root. That is why this doesn't work, because the mounting failed. Mounting 192608 serve things on address 01 things. Linux kernel doesn't output. Why this failed? Damn it. Why is there always some stupidity? Whatever can fail always does fail. It's bit file descriptor. Did we read? This is not under 20 days. Oh, this is of course completely wrong. Why does this not mount? Mount T NFS 192168 01 serve NFS MIPS64 address. I think we need this 192.168.01. Version 64,0. No such device. What do you mean, no such device? Maybe we don't have NFS module. Actually, I think we don't have an NFS module. Why do we not have that? Analyze XFS. Why do we not have an NFS module? Okay, I guess we can turn this off for a second. Gee. This doesn't soft power off like this. Power off, power down. Hello? Doesn't power down. That's unfortunate. Fine, then we pull the power cable. Damn it. What did we break here? Why does it not have... Why does this not? This should have... This should have packed NFS version 4. Always one more bug. I hate this. I really hate this. No, there is NFS. Oh. Don't tell me the init RD is too large. Maybe we don't load it all. Ah, maybe the init RD is truncated. Ah, damn it! Here it definitely is there. How large is the init RD? Damn it, damn it. Oh, always one more bloody thing. But it's not that huge. I think this is less than we hard-coded. Did we not hard-code some 30 megabyte? Let me just have a phone call. Yeah, that's super annoying. What always doing? Claude my Octane is not booting fully. What domain was this? Oh, NFS. What domain lied to us? initRD doesn't. Nah. Or is this using... Okay, let's maybe verify what size initRD it loads, but it appears to be always... Man, always so many complications. Quickly debugging something, the system doesn't even boot anymore. You guys always have so funny questions. If there is no NFS module, there is no NFS module. What should -t NFS? First of all, it does. Our init does that already. And second of all, what should it help if there is no NFS module? Yeah, I implemented this init stuff. And I remember it was pretty glitchy and stuff. The problem is, so we don't have the size of the file name, so maybe that's an arcload boot. I think I hard-coded this to 30 megabyte or so of maximum file size, because over TFTP we don't know, we cannot get the file size before we load this. Okay, there is 13 megabyte stuff. Ah, shit, why is that bloody flash on? Ah, shit. Yeah, I wanted to make a photo. Can we have a photo? Wonderful. So there is RD size. what would be 0x 5f 0 0 ACB RD size RD start. Is that the size of look, is that a little bit truncated? Why is this RD size smaller? Oh wait, mini RD. Oh, I loaded mini RD. Oh, that would explain this thing. Oh man, where are my proofreaders? Ah, mini RD. Ah, yes. Man, yeah. Good that we figured that out. Today, I wanted to use LLM thing to help us debug annoying things, but as usual, setting up some old system 1 hour wasted of trying to get stuff booted. I need to use Claude things, brewing thing, just launch, give TTY target, and if you continue with your strange things, messages, are you okay with your messages? Because if you continue like this, I will just ban you. Can LLM work remotely? Yes, it can. Can give the Siri console a secure shell thing. Can rework. First, we need to get this booted. I mean, maybe if you're super lucky, some random change with PCI subsystem could even have fixed this the last 6 months. You never know. That's why we first wanted to boot the latest kernel here. Let's see. Reading, needs, things. Let's hope we get finally secure shell. Come on, you can do it. 1 Mississippi, power on reset, things, mounting, now we're mounting, now we're booting, yay, we're finally booting. It's a pity somehow Siri console doesn't work, but there are worse things than that. Probably the, we don't even have the sound module on here, we can already copy that here. So that would be here, so lib modules, rsync, things of MIPS64. What build was it? That one here. Seven one. Where am I? Oh, just here. 71 IP30. And we're up and running. Amazing. Let me secure shell so that you can see more. Sgi Octane login. Let's hope the password is yes. SSH localhost. Yep. What is IP address? The IP address is 243, of course. 243, then you finally see more. So 243. Yes, please. Yes, please. Root, please. Access, please. So, things here. Necessities. Necessities. So, control Claude things from a phone if you want. Yeah, but that's pretty meh. So, first of all, when we booted, we didn't have the matching modules, so this should be the latest version. Yes. What was the syntax? Is trigger action add? Was it that? What is with the sound module? Couldn't find. Why not? What do you mean can't find? Do we not? Usually we patch this in. What happened with my sound module? Or did I disable that for some reason? Ah shit! The one thing I wanted to debug isn't there. Why? That one. Yeah. Why is this not enabled? So this should be the kernel, right? IP30. I would have expected that to be the kernel. Shit, why is this not enabled? Depends on sound and not ARM. Yes, ORM. Why does this not auto module? The AI did not even start. The human is preparing that for... but it's read 1 to M. There's some warnings. Shift descriptor PMA shift count width of type CPU to BE PCI MMIO PCI P things width of type count overflow CPU to big endian width of type okay, we built it twice, so reassign red 1. Not really sure why that is not enabled. There's something going strange. That we have it for generic. Oh, here we just for this we disabled it. Why did we do that? It was I mean currently break. Oh, all right. I forgot about this. Ah, right. Now that I read this, yes, shit, there was something. Ah, yes, this is what. Okay, I remember. Yeah, this was the worst thing to debug ever. Yes. Breaking Ethernet is, of course, not good. Oof. Debugging with this is even more difficult, especially this our serial console isn't working. Ah, damn, one complication. I see it's disabled. Yes, Foxtrot, I also didn't read your comment and now see it myself. Fixing stuff instantly. Happy to hear that. Yeah, that's not helpful. Okay, the good thing is we can just enable it and build it. The bad thing is if this still oopses like this, we need serial console working, because otherwise our Ethernet dies instantly. Which is obviously, I mean, yeah, there's obviously some major stuff going wrong on the PCI level, which once upon a time it was working. It's the right thing for Claude. We just need to set it up so that we somewhere... did I exit the debug shell here? I even forgot that this... Yeah, this bugs are so stupid, I forgot this detail. I was also like, I probably debugged the whole weekend and was so disappointed that this PCI stuff was such a maze. Like, yeah. Most likely, given that this red one, this radical one audio, given that this broke Ethernet, there's probably something majorly wrong with some PCI detail. Yeah, at least it only broke that here. Yay. Let's better save, because if this breaks Ethernet, we instantly lose secure shell. Let's basically demask here. Let's save that demask and hello. Why does this not? Oh, maybe the RAID array is waking up. Yeah. Here's radical audio. This doesn't give us much info. Radical controller IO mem plus bus master things. Status cap 66 files things. Put 0 index latency. R1F stuff, 1F6. Okay, is it radical? Yeah, it's there. It's this one here. Is this physical? So this address should be physical to the. Oof. I mean, with multiple domain addressings. Yeah. Okay. Let's save that too. Does it have numeric or whatnot? Yeah. So this should be on the NFS server, so that should be here. Maybe en route. Yeah. In case our system dies, we can give it to selbstständig grind, yes. You can't, you're working every day, but you can't. What do you mean you can't? Things you study. Here, KO. Let's. Does it? Okay, it has dependencies, huh? Would this have? Okay, let's let module. I think it wouldn't auto-load without. It needs step mod to load the dependencies. Maybe it should be here. I don't know. Potentially, maybe. But yeah, good that we test this. It's of course what we should more regularly do. Oh shit, did I really copy the wrong thing here? I kind of wanted to cycle through the systems, but it's like, I mean, if you have 42 systems, it's a little bit hard to cycle through all your systems. So we need this for the dependency information. I'm relatively sure that otherwise modprobe wouldn't load it that. So this is just a little bit slowish, so Sgi Octane is of course faster. It's like just potentially 10,000 or even more requests over NFS. So that's peak Ethernet stuff here. To prepare for Claude, we have Claude here, right? Claude, yes. We kinda need what do we have here? Is this one? So of course I don't give. I'm increasingly more clever. So we're not giving it my build server, obviously. So that's some fresh VM. We need to copy this over to build. Just copy everything over. Oh wait, this is over serial. That's a little bit slowish. Did it deb mode in the mean? Why does it not deb mode, man? What does it take you so long? No, it's done. Yeah, it's dead. I think it's dead. Yeah. Don't even have any output. Yeah, that sucks. How to even debug this further? Oh shit, I totally forgot those curse details. Holy shit, that's literally the worst bug I ever didn't want to debug. It's of course worst for... It's kinda even pointless to ask Claude about, hey, shit not working. There is probably something wrong with the PCI bridge stuff somewhere. But good luck finding this somewhere. Ah shit, I thought like just PCI enable didn't work. I forgot that this broke Ethernet. Locally booted, because like now I can't even do something with the system except press reset, because now the NFS root is stuck. That's unfortunate. Oof. Do we have anything in the dmask at all? Also, I need to turn the system off. Don't need to waste that many electrons for bloody nothing. Da, da, da. Right, dmask. This is 03 it was, right? What do we have here? Mem? Was it not 3? Ah, here. What a bizarre bug. Yeah, so to debug this we would... I mean, it's crazy that everything else works and just the sound card not. So much to quickly have AI fixes. To tackle that we need a much better setup. Best we would need serial console to work. I don't understand why this is so strange. We have serial output, but then the init.rd somehow dies when stuff tries to like... Oh, I remember that I had this once, but I don't remember the solution. Maybe because we have a... Yeah, Linux kernel things, I remember. I once analyzed this and it was stupid. I don't quite remember how stupid. I mean, we could, if we were complete wipe coders, we could just ask AI here. We have these are the sources. Analyze what could possibly go wrong. Maybe let's try that. What could possibly go wrong? I have even a second thing we could potentially... We could even tell it, here are the old sources. We could give it the last working 418 or whatever it was kernel and say like, here, old kernel that works, here's new kernel that doesn't, analyze what's going on when PCI things. It finds stuff in the source just based on the problem description. Yeah, we could, but even so I would need to check out some old T2 even to generate a matching 418. But let's... So we are doing this. So let's go here. So these things. So here. Actually, the question is, I think things Fable is back, July things up to things plan on until July 7th. Wonderful. Model. Should we use... Yeah, you know what, let's use it. Most capable. Effort. Medium. Okay. Right here. Let's do that here. Linux 7.1. Shit, damn Meta L. It's, can this feature be bloody disabled? I hate this. Damn it. This is like how to even find this. Desktop Kevin scripts like this shit Meta L, which is, I think it's probably Apple German keyboard ads thing. This is why this shit happens. Oh man. Meta, no. Like, no, none. Like, damn it. Just go away here. Kernel sources build things. The, is it here? Where is SMD red 1? Sound driver does not work, and VERS loading it instantly breaks the IOC. Do we have a driver? Where would Ethernet be? Net Ethernet. Where is IO 3? This one? Probably. Analyze how that is possible. Analyze how this breaks. PCI bridge bits are HCI IP30 PCI bridge code lives in MIPS64. Good question. Where is there? This is all. That's not all. PCI. This. Is there even MIPS64? Do we have MIPS64 or not? MIPS PCI. I don't, wait, this xtalk is, what is a file name? I hate that the Linux file names, oh, there you see. Anything else? That's fine, alright. Build for things. things. Like, what does it find? Listed, terminating, effort high. What's the result? We spent 1 hour getting the system mostly booted. Let's see what it's thinking about. It probably thinks 1500. What we could and should do. So in the meantime, I purchased this card, this SGI Red 1 Radical Audio 1. Also was sold in form of a PCI's card that I tried to find for years, and it was never sold on eBay. In the meantime, someone messaged me a while ago, and I purchased such a card from him for a fair price. And so I have such a PCI card. I've shown this already 6 months ago. So the problem is, I don't know. So probably nobody ever has tested such a card ever with Linux. And CD things and things and stuff. Do you wanna, like, do we have here, what was it? Controller, what was this? Control Shift tab or accept edits, plan auto mode, handle permission prompts automatically. Okay. Bash div things. What is a div? What is a div here? What is a div? What is a div? What is it doing? Is it fixing something? Welcome back things, not knowing exact name things. My exact, you mean AI René? Wipe code René? More wipe coding today. Yes, we only have some days of testing Claude. I thought we better check more YouTube entertainment, more contemplating. Current week all models 44% used. When does this reset? Does it reset like every reset July 8 current week? Resets July 8. It's soon. Better token maximums until then. Let me survey all things. Okay, wonderful. Another. Yeah, okay, let's see what happens. I don't have the highest hopes. But let's see. Started like this. Claude dangerously skip permissions. Obviously not even in a VM. Why should I do this? How well is it working actually? We will see. Time will show. For stream, what an experienced developer killed back by overhyped things for today's stream. What an experienced developer. No, I got held back by my Sgi Octane not just booting. Theoretically, we could like a true, like if we were like working in a company and stuff. Now we would need to actually multitask and work on other things. Let me IP interrupt path hard and how bridge interrupts. I mean, it's actually doing things there. I mean, yeah, it found hard. That's basically correct. I mean, maybe it finds something. I mean, that's certainly a crazy test for like. That's pretty imprecise. Of like something goes wrong, something goes very, very, very wrong, something bad. Octane, hope it's not a hardware issue. No, it was working. Of course. Why should it be hardware? Why should it be a hardware issue? This thing is built like a tank, like literally. If the thing falls out of window and someone is standing there, this person will be dead. It will be like squished to like a Ghostbuster slimy thing of things stick to the pavement. Is this torture? No, that's what AI was made for. Let me look at how IP signs bridge windows and interrupts and check kernel config things and otherwise drivers. That sounds amazing. That sounds about somewhat correct thing to do. This is torture. What do you mean, your point? What do you mean, torture? October, it's hardware issue. Why should it be a hardware issue? This was working. That's working with an old kernel. I knew already for a long time that this is an issue. But before we didn't had fabulous mythical AI models that auto-clanked that. I probably should kinda. Yeah, I need a new studio. If Octane had a hardware issue. No, it was working. It is working with an old T2 kernel. It was working in T2. Like, it's only since this stuff is partially upstream. Like, just when the people reverse engineered this and the Gen 2 people and I were fiddling this stuff, it was working. But then, since the SUSE guy sent it upstream, which is, I don't even mean it even negatively, he sent a much cleaner thing upstream. But the much cleaner, more minimal thing upstream is not working. Bash, it's diffing. It's what? Why is it diffing here? Let me changed recently. It didn't change recently. It's not a recent thing. It was always broken. Bash diff things, org things of. Oh shit. This is wrong. This is misleading. It's just because that driver isn't even in there. Yeah, that's the thing, right? AI is so dumb. Sometimes it's wasting tokens for just random things laying around there for meh. In 50 years, AI will actually, in the Star Trek Next Generation episode, Data will get civil rights, right? Crap that crashes a computer when overworked, like things i7 things with GPU. Crap that crashes. Well, it is possible. Most crashes are software issues. It's not like why. I mean, besides the only modern hardware too complex, but otherwise it's also why software is still so buggy, right? That's probably not only some quirk. The problem is that the Gen 2 people also at one time completely reworked the driver, and I made the mistake of merging with this because, like, Stanislav original 2.6 reverse engineering effort was much more minimal, and then at some point the Gen 2 people worked on that and somehow thought like rewriting that is better. And the problem is the last working version, like 4.18, is I merged this with the Gen 2 people because I thought they worked on this for years and they surely must have fixed some issues. So yeah. The problem is also with the web disappearing to finding exactly those patches. I'm not sure if I have a history of all the patches ever existed. I mean, if I have those patches on some random hard drives. Kernel driver needs signing. Similarly, Linux, if there's any. What? Like in Windows, kernel drivers need signing. There is no such signing in open source Linux. Almost done thinking with me. Contemplating, sort searching for one pattern. Oops. Yeah. But the thing is also, yeah, it should have been 20 years. The problem is always with, I mean, of course, Stanislav went on to make a super successful career in the USA. And the Linux kernel, I mean, yeah, it should have been, had it been upstream 20 years ago and there were like 20 years history of changes. But the problem is also it wasn't upstream until some years ago. No driver code signing quite for Linux. No, it's open source. It's not some corporate overloading. Waiting for API things. This is waiting for. We'll retry in 2 minutes. Check your network. Hello? My network? Maybe bloody check your bloody network. Waiting for API response. Keep using Claude when hit the limit. Why does it ask me for my credit card? Fixes in order to set mask things required regardless. Why does it not scroll? Oh no, it scrolls. I finished the analysis. Here's what the code shows. Topology. What the two drivers actually share on the Octane Red 1 and Ethernet are soldered devices on the same PC. Soldered devices on the same PC are behind a single sysboard Xtalk bridge. Widget F, that's probably correct or close. They share three things: the physical PCI, the bridge is global error, the bridge is global error state. Oh, error state. Oh. And the bridge is interim DMA plumbing. This is, why does it use Phoronix terms? Plumbing. There is no software level collision, no shared registers, written red things, the slots IOC2, everything bars are distinct, edit fix up bridge. And the edit fix up in only clears bridge def swap directions on bdef. I think that's probably my registers at boot. Swap direction. Coupling code narrows exactly first itself can never work, no DMA mask. On this platform, every DMA things is always set, never widens its DMA mask. The PCI score defaults to 32-bit and the fix is literally setting DMA mask. Where's the 32-bit coherent mask? I mean, that is actually what I debugged the last time. I printf'd that for hours in this maze. 30-bit coherent mask things can never pass. It's, I mean, very well meditated. That's what took me hours to figure out last time. Could never pass, no page map below 1B address is added. So every other buffer location things for all later things. The driver loads, but no stream can ever start. Doesn't work this time. It doesn't work half. The proper fix is exactly what the NFD driver does. Because DMA allocation fails, can never DMA, and the quick Ethernet is killed by the only hardware action mod pro performs the config latency timer byte write at red 1. Set master and the blind MMIO rides things. The chain then gets from there to a dead NIC. SND hardware int fires posted writes at a chip it has just reset. Reset holds every subunit including its PCI interface. I mean, that's hallucinated. The thing cannot know that, but potentially maybe. Immediately streams further write things with no read back anywhere in the function. There are posted stores through the bridge PO buffers. The driver uses raw volatile structure, not any cycle. The half reset fails to positively decode or retries definitely when its PCI core is being reset triggering things. Linux has no bridge error handling at all, but error interrupts are enabled. Bridge domain activate does bridge set things. More stuff things, all bridge things. IO3 devices will dice because continuous D, that's the one, because it's the one doing continuous DMA. The RX is armed at all times once the bridge is in latched error. Second, that was noting PCI set master is cold before the full chip coming out of reset with, that's 9. DMA pipes are released with uninitialized descriptor RAM things, only ever program things and only prepare a pipe wake up with tray enable bit can mouth and garbage 64-bit. One more thing to verify in hardware the bridge things. I mean, this is also partially, this is definitely, this is more of a fairy tale than 100% correct. Don't take this hallucinated story as things. This is basically hallucinated things. It might be mostly correct, but also might be half incorrect. But RUD is from the same Sgi Octane family, the 1 byte, so one of the very hardware. The bridge code emulates IO3 config space because the chip can only handle 32-bit PCI accesses. PCI things. RUD is from the same things. Latency generates set master. 16-bit PCI command read modifier RUD misdecoded by the same potentially very first error cycle sequence. Confirm dump the bridge B in status widget things def mem before and after mod probe. If theory holds you, see abort things fixes. Red 1 set mask coherent things required regardless. Move set master to after hardware init. And cover register access rings on the PCI cook IMAP cookie with flushing reads after each reset that makes a failing cycle sufficient without any hiccup. Xtag either stop enabling the unhandled error interrupt, bridge domain activate, or add a minimal error handler that locks clear B interrupt. Any hiccup from any device permanently poisons the whole bus, which is exactly the failure you're seeing. It did no modifications, right? I only ask it why. The thing is, yeah, RT core is also the problem is, do I feel like building SGI modules today? I don't have a Threadripper. I only have Horizon. I had this commented out, why? Where do we initialize? So here's hardware unit. I don't remember why this is commented out. I mean, that's a move, so that's not a diff there. Oh shit, Claude resumed, damn it. I mean, that's a little bit annoying, except if we rename the session, probably. How old we started wipe coding the day before yesterday is. So is this completely urgent enough to build here? Maybe? Oh, look at this. Totally don't remember why I commented this out. Maybe it made it worse. Don't even remember, man. Or didn't even build. I don't remember at all. I wanted to grab this actually. Coherent DMA mask in. Where is this IOC thing? It said in IO3, does it? Doesn't do it though. Mask 32. I mean, the good thing is we probably should have old patches in our subversion history. Look, originally didn't have that. That is commented because I experimented with it. That was originally not there. And that's commented out because I added the ring fiddling. So AI literally told me, hey, try what you tried already years ago, because it happened to be a comment there. Unreal now to use any agent things like Claude things. Yeah, so I tried this probably from my last debugging. It didn't help any. The question is, maybe that's a 32-bit device. It's of course bad luck of having my comment there when AI then hallucinates, hey, maybe use your comment from years ago, which didn't work. Where is this? Do we not have some PCI enable here? Others enable. Maybe even this already kills this. I mean, either this or, I mean, maybe, oof. I mean, this doesn't fail. I mean, maybe this already kills this. I mean, it's... Yeah, so we will probably not wipe code that today. I'm pretty sure this did nothing here. I tried this. I tried this without AI. We could try the LLM suggestion of moving this PCI set master after the init. I mean, this should only enable bus master, so it should only need this after enabling DMA transactions. So I would guess the hardware init stuff. We use agentic. We used the last days. We used agentic already. Yeah, this will be super annoying, especially as currently my serial console doesn't fully work on the Octane, and loading this kills. I forgot that it kills us. Damn it. Okay, we could. How can we save this answer? Oh, the current terminal is fucked. No, I hate when the terminal is fucked. Given I can't copy, can I? Or maybe not, can something? Yeah, basically that's days of experimentation. And we could try this here, but maybe not today. On the PCI cookie with a flushing read after each. That makes a failing cycle surface synchronously. As a bus error, you can catch the get DBE instead of latent post-write abort. Either stop enabling the unheld error interrupt, or at a minimal error handler that locks and clears B things of. Yeah, we could try all of that. Does this copy like this? Actually, once I even do, I still have that here. Do I have here this MIPS thing of? Oh, does this copy? Oh, it copies the future. Yeah, the response got partially tainted, but the rest is still. That is, yeah. You still need to be an expert, otherwise, without being a low-level expert here, this is pointless. We could try one more thing, which is where did I had I have here two. Which here was a better? I should of course not have this. Which one was bigger? This one here slightly bigger. 6517. PCIe extra, what do you mean PCIe? PCIe extra, you mean PCI or ask it to write a handoff file and it will write it into a... What is the syntax for that precisely? That sounds useful. How to hand off. Ask it to write a handoff file and it will... Can you be more explicit? Handoff file. Write a file, write... More like generally say write a handoff file, write a handoff file. Thing. Writing a handoff. Whatchamacallit things, tokens? What is it doing? Wasting tokens? You can also export the con with export file name. Oh, that's good to know. But now it's wasting tokens based on your other cooked for conversation exported is... Why does this not scroll? I hate this, this is so shitty, man. Hand of need to okay, amazing, thank you guys. So now we have here some sources we shouldn't have. Let's do it the other way around, which obviously I never looked into because I don't want to get sued by SGI. Also, thank you for the person who has not given that to me. So obviously I will never look into that for legal reasons. Let's use the other way around. Like other big companies use OpenLow's LLM to convert open source to closed source to proprietary, right? How about we convert proprietary to open source? There probably is some graphic things. So unfortunately I don't have the sources for the 3D stuff nor for vPro, but I heard someone said me here's some Odyssey thing in here. Power on, this is probably power on. What is that here? DRAM, T-port, DDC. Is this display data channel? Because which directory is that? Includes. Of course, we will never read this. Okay, there is some. What is T-port? Is T-port texture port? init cursor, because so what are our problems with once we have reverse engineered the cursor? But okay, mode setting. Here, Claude, yes, trust this folder. Here are some sources of some other OS. We want to write mode setting for the SGI Odyssey. How's it spelled? I hate the spelling. Odyssey. Impact graphics. Analyze the sources, starting the minimally necessary sources. Add. Oh no, I can't copy this. Oh, damn it! Oh, I can copy. Why can't I copy this? Usually copy doesn't work. I'm confused. Star sources, necessary sources, starting at to understand the video mode programming, because my ex SGI friend told me you will never see this, but it is so complex you probably don't even want to. You have an Sgi Octane, that is amazing. Did Fable cook and solve it? No. So instead of me reading this forbidden sources, which of course I would never do, let's use LLM to convert proprietary into documentation, extract stuff. I wonder if so. I mean, obviously I've never and will never read that, obviously. Also, I heard you these days find it on the internet somewhere. Not to motivate you to Google that. Have you contributed to the Cashews kernel improvements? Why should I? I have a much better T2 Linux kernel. Improvements? I think nothing of the improvements. I use T2 Linux. I will never use another OS. Does Cashews even work on MIPS64, Sgi Octane, or PowerPC PS3? Because the other thing here is also, so first of all, the person from SGI said, like, do the mode programming is so difficult, you don't want to do it. But if you ever want to do it, you probably don't want to read the sources. Is this as bad as the 20 Amiga Unix? I have no idea. The other thing is, I wonder if the sources, I doubt the sources will be enough to 3D program. Maybe what we should do is maybe we should take an IRIX binary another day. And also you wanted this RTK thing, right? Does Arch-based stuff this multi-ings? He doesn't do Arch. Yeah. I don't have a look. From what I once had a look and I had to, I fall from my chair. Some of the things are meh. Arch as a PowerPC guy. We have an all either guy, and it's not even community either. Searching for copyright silicon graphics things. I did not ask you to show me the sources that I don't see. I ask you to analyze that and tell me. Oh wait, did I do this wrong? Oh shit, Odyssey is vPro. Wait a second. Ah shit, I did this wrong. Wait, stop. Ah shit, Odyssey is. Ach, I hate these names. Impact is mgrass. Ah, damn it. Okay, never mind. We wasted tokens. Yeah, I hate this code names. These code names are meh. I never hate like code names. Probably not much left, or a little bit left. Fable, a little bit left things. Shit, how do we do this now? I wonder if... Okay, let's... I wonder how much is in here for 3D programming. Which they said none. They said it's not in there. But you never know. It's not like I would want it to ever read that. Okay, let's change the scope now that we wasted tokens already anyway. Okay, I hear you. What is the RT? Is RTK the better token, more efficient thing? Okay, let's not make experiments. Why does this not compute? Because I'm not in the directory? Why does this not compute? Now it works. I mean, we could have analyzed vPro. I thought Odyssey vPro is not much in there, but again, I never would look into this. I mean, not that SGI would still around to sue someone, but can we generate 3D drivers from TÜV Racers? What do you mean TÜV Racers? PowerPC servers that cost too much and too much what? Fable didn't. The thing is, it's too, like, I don't have a whole night. The thing is, it's too cumbersome to TÜV Racers in what? What do you mean with TÜV Racers? Yeah, so the thing is, I would literally, I'm not in the mood. This is it's too error prone for, I mean, it's amazing how far we came, because initially, even years ago, T2 is the only distribution where initRD work. T2 is the only distribution where network boot works with ArcLoad. But it's still annoying. It's still annoying enough. This, like, hunting this audio bug It will take days. It will be boring. It will be, especially with serial console. What is with the serial console? Maybe that was some driver issue of this IOC. Was there some registration that this is not enough of a? Yeah, there was something stupid. Hot hedges racing. It's probably more like emergency services. Kudam experience. I mean, maybe they were. I already don't hear it anymore. Yeah, we could try to wipe code graphic things. The thing is, so I don't want to look at these things here. I mean, SGI will not sue anyone anymore. We could probably kind of thought her. I mean, yeah, it totally doesn't matter anymore 30 years later. The P3 would be more interesting, but so I don't know how complete the sources are. I'm pretty sure they don't include the user space X driver. At most, they include here prom things and other bare management things. After 30 days, I think make a feedback video. I think that would help people how to use. Why not? Yeah, for that I would need to use it like a lot. We could try to experiment with no, I can't. Can I look? Does it have scampering? This one. Why that thing is thinking? Did I say I need to move? Man, scampering, bashing things off. I need to move. What's even going on here? Each date is worse. Need some tree house. I need a stone cave. Tomorrow in the newspapers, huge police change through all of Berlin. Sirens let us in, sings and innings. Let's use this hint to find drinking game suggestions every time da-da-da-da seems and drink a shot. Okay, what's AI things one? So what is it things? Microcodes, blobs present, what's missing? what it TLDR. You can derive essentially a complete distillery program model for an unaccelerated. I want acceleration. 2D accelerated things, including full board memory map, reset things, screen, video time, or other microprocessor. Only gap is the per bit layouts of RETEPP mode registers. The things registers are missing, but the dire code exercising this is heavily with symbolic field names, literally real. The most of it can be reconstructed. Then go! What? The reconstruct? The complete board address map things is a near verbatim copy of things, defines the whole hardware structure of it commands. HQ, Ucode, RAM, V4 watermark, interrupt enable registers, display control of device things, DCB timing control, user space, RE, RSS, RE, register map things, command things, base address things, full init bring up sequence things, mgross init, 3000 lines, cross reset things, crosstalk things, trickiest, which is the trickiest undocumented part, the PPRD, Rambus, frame of memory initialization part, ID things. I mean, I would expect the prom brings up the RAM bus, so video timing complete, but only for 4 modes. mgross timing contains everything. VC3 line frame tables, PMPLL things, GA pointer value things of. Do we call this clean room reverse engineering? Exact what order? Because like that's AI is in some data center, in some clean data center. mgross TV CCV things would be the synthesis of extracting from the VG data display path fully derived. VG timing things, all Linux register things. There's also I2C good for the presenter flat panel. Presenter flat panel. What was it? Cursor blinking routines included. Host interface fully derivable things. FIFO status things. Bose blobs present things. HQ render programming by example. Certainly register level code for triangle fill. Rendering programming by example. The DIACs contain working register level code for triangle fill. Let's go! Line draw, block transfers, color set things, and very extensive texture suits with golden input-output vectors. That is enough implementation console, scrolling, blit acceleration, even basic access style. Like, do it! Do it! 2 things. Font makes me eyes bleed. God, it's awful. Most people like it. What's missing? Things, particularly things, one caveat things, dates 1994 may predate late board revisions, but the libSCI class handled things. So, the Linux driver, some restore, rewind. Export what did you call this? Handoff? Does Cray still own? Once it wasn't it once Wreckable Systems did or whatever? Was it Cray? Was it then Wreckable Systems? I lost overview. I mean, what would be really cool is if those things could be disclosed, like if the companies, like that's so amazing historic, like maybe you should write them. Is anyone watching? Like any but the problem is ex-SGI people are retired now and whatnot and live in their villa somewhere. That would be so cool if stuff from this could be archived somewhere in some museum thing. We will not let it write that today, but I wanted to try something else. Let's try some more clean coding here. Because so Matic fixed TypeScript. Oh, that's TypeScript TypeScript compiler, we have that now, right? So what is the other thing that Trap suggested? That was what? The one thing was RTKR code graph. And code graph didn't build. And Trap said I should use a clinker to fix all packaging issues. So Trap said, see here, clink it. So path Claude. Trap is here, but not for long. Look, I'm following your suggestions. I'm not token maxing everything. I mean, that's an interesting sport, man. I mean, it's not really programming anymore, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining me, this AI thing, this clanker thing, this Claude. Claude, make this code graph, you said, right? Makes this code graph build on this D2 Linux. I love you, and that saved me hours. I told Claude I love you the other day when he saved me hours. And did Claude respond to your feelings? Make no mistake, 5 heads. Node version ls things, bash command. I'll check the environment and try building node version, npm install version. npm version. The thing is, node here is, but the package pins greater 20. Let me look at the check and the build setup. Oh, node is too new. npm ci. Oh, npm warming edit 61 packages audited, run build. I mean, maybe it's just run build. Ugh, npm things. Quantumizing. My suggestion were to see what value you could get from those things and hope you save your time so you can work on things. Certainly would suggest using them for everything. Node dispense things. Do you want to require approval things or just do it? It's a VM. What could possibly go wrong? Unsupported Node version. 2026, the latest Node.js version is too new for this AI support thing. I mean, this is what I really hate with all those ecosystems of like your node is too new. It's like you have nothing else. Like if nothing else, then like WSM grammar compile thing, bash command. Like what does it do? Node, like this is curse. This is such weird continuation of things of analysis. What done? Code graph built and run on this T2 box. What I did. npm-ci dependency also have cleanly only an engine warning since some things note against package pin of things. Compiles with no errors, no contain CLI schema things and tree setter double grammars with one caveat of Beyond printing a version, I run index status against small TypeScript and run without and for every time alternative things of. What was the name of this piece of shit? Code graph? Oh shit, no! Desk, damn it. Curl thing. I think TSJ same things Python Rx that have their own package things. You need to have some docs on how to properly package 42. Yeah, if the thing is, how should I know how to properly package this run junk? Let me check how other scripts run make things. npm things. Do you wanna things? Make no mistake. Yeah, make no mistake. Yeah, the problem is, of course, that this npm stuff is way too complexly cursed. It's meh. I mean, that is actually so stupid that I don't even mind. Like, I don't mind to give that stupidity to a clanker. I mean, maybe we can ask Claude to write a documentation how to package this piece of junk. Based on ESBuild's desk idiom, T2 closest npm step package. Here's a minimal shell tail for append after, tag just, code blocks, hook add line. I mean, maybe. npm ci run command things of like maybe. You can write things to how to execute that. Not celebrate. Why is it not celebrating? Why is it celebrating and not celebrating? Make no mistake and install T2 Linux D. Make no mistake and deploy T2 Linux in all of Anthropic's data center. So it's still celebrating things. Allows us edit things during this session. Bam. So let's. So yeah, what do you wanna hand off things of edit things here, puzzling things of. We keep the AI busy things. Text from version matches the source tree. You build things, archive things, download category like as things brood. Oh, some random junk. Code graph. Huh? No changes detected. Did you not write it? Written too? What do you mean written? Oh, clean. Wait, did I tell clean? Did I tell it clean? Oh shit, I told it. I mean, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I asked for it, I got it. As it's autocomplete. Oh, wait, what? Oh shit. Oh shit, no, I deleted it. Maybe, I don't know. Things was found working copy. Maybe I should read what tools print for me. Also, whole directory is in conflict. Deleted? Why would that be? Oh, damn it. What did bad luck to do this in the wrong directory? Man. Okay, I can also manually copy it. Man. Yeah, now we have. This codecraft things of in codecraft, but how to run this codecraft? Like, does it run like that? You want ask Clinker how to. You want bootstrap. Exactly. Wow, almost 100 viewers. Exactly. Right? Just some AI clinking, and we have even 200 viewers combined on Twitch and YouTube. Here, AI, the first T2 AI wipe here. Wipecode did wipecode. It installed crap here. Look. It did some random shit here. Not sure if I'm liking that. Oh, it even does something. Has a things bug that crashes with fast process out of memory zone with codecraft compiler things. Can those wipe coders not use their wipe code to fix their wipe code? It's like this is so stupid. Use 2 years old shit because like, man, is that stupid, bro. Things of gave up into hearsay of wipe coding. No, we're not. Like, we're making fun out of. We're just Brewlink install things of you will likely things allow unsafe shit. Like, seriously, you will likely out of memory. Like, the wipe coders can't even wipe code, man. Like, this is ridiculous. This is. I have no further questions of the quality of wipe code if their wipe coding tools don't even. Has someone asked them to ask their clinker to fix it? Can't use latest version because it's too buggy, man. What's up today? What emergency? Like, is here a bank robbery or what? Thing, man. What's going on? Things. What's going on here? Do I need here? What's going target show? What's going on here? So everything else here is. For everything else you get a notification, but here it's like you get the notification in front of your office. So amazing. The only other thing would be we could. This doesn't have a full cache file, I believe. No such package. Alright, PZ. Yeah, what would be more fun is the SGI video stuff we wipe coded earlier already would be more fun. So this is just a full cache. Yeah. It's basically the right thing to do. Bro. I think there's a conspiracy that people want that I stop using my middle mouse button for things. So that probably things. What did you start re-crunch? I mean, mean, why not? Why not? We have some tokens left, huh? We need to start an archive of some local archive of wipe reverse engineered things. What would be fun is to place binaries into that, and yeah, we need to think. We need to think about it. Like, I mean, one basically most popular would be PS3 RSX. Means that's also what's most immediately usable for most people. Yeah, comment below what do you want to see. Wipe reverse clean room LLM reverse engineered, like wipe reversed. Hey, did we invent the term wipe reverse engineering thing? Python 3, just do it. ISL. There's only one update today. RSX would be interesting. Yeah, also the most usable. Oh, you know what we could do? I have, like, years ago, I started to develop this PS3 storage performance improvement. I mean, we could totally wipe code PS3 great again. I started years ago this tech command queuing for PS3 with some at least 12-ish, 13, like over 10%. Low single digit, 11, 12, 13% or 17 or what it was. Performance improvement, but like the devil was in the details. Like, maybe we should wipe code multi-tech command queuing for. I mean, I mean, okay, also what we should, okay, I shouldn't go overboard here. Next week we should focus on some things we actually need to do, like RISC-V and ARM64 boards. Boot image things, which probably we will not be fully wipe coding, because realistically we actually urgently need to get more ARM and RISC-V things work. Curate as much source and docs you can, often with process chapters and at index, easier to clinker to read. Oof. Yeah, we will see. What does it, RSS software? Is an RSS software simulator? Simulator must decode these breaches with explicit shift mask. Let me check it. Things are single as things of inferring. I like this clean room AI reverse engineering. So some documentation, front-end stuff, website, all your own language, but don't waste your tokens for upcoming week. They are precious, but don't waste your tokens for the upcoming week. Does it not reset soon? What do you mean this one here? You don't want to see it wasted on SGI things. Current week resets July 8th, 3 days. What we probably will do soon next, because I have, yeah. So this year was of course some nice weekend fun. Next week I have some other important things. Maybe I should even edit a proper video. Yes, this is Mythos 5 years. We probably should the next thing we should probably wipe fix is what I also like, and similar annoying to debug, is the latest AM5 consumer stuff, like this board where that is running on the X670, and so next week we can test if this IOMMU stuff also occurs on X870E, and which I don't have yet. but should have next week. And then if that I expect that also doesn't work, why wipe coding? Because we wanted to see the limits of things and learn fast. We wanted to see, the people wanted to see working, analyzing SGM, gross CPU things, programming things of things. Yeah, given that this was also, that basically we could see if AI can fix all the annoying things that we couldn't fix. For example, the I/O, like latest AIM5 I/O MMU doesn't work for me if you enable X2 APIC. Let's next week most likely see, I mean, to be fair, I would also be glad you webcode Apple Silicon support for you or to Linux. Apple Silicon, which Apple Silicon? The thing is, Apple Silicon, yeah, we could, the question, but the thing is we have too much to do. We rather, I mean, there is a huge team, so why don't you feed full code base so they can rewrite new one? Well, I gave it a full code base. Working things, another session each, things as a row, constructing missing things, bitfield header things. I mean, the question is it really missing, or did it just misunderstand that? I mean, 20 years ago, like in 2006, this hardware wouldn't be that outdated. Like 2006 or so, like 25 years ago, this would have even make sense. Like in 2026, that's of course only vintage museum fun of making Sgi Octane and O2 stuff work better. If it can't fix, at least might be able to help point the right direction with analyzing. You mean the I/O MMU thing? Yeah, so the I/O MMU thing will also be basically reboot based. So basically for that we will need to constantly reboot, and what will be curious to see what AI suggests us, because the last time we spent already half a day, probably 4 hours. We even enabled I/O MMU debugging. We dumped their I/O MMU like from debug.fs and stuff. We will see. Like, I hope. So I get an X8. I ordered. Like, I ordered. I used my company resources to order an X870E board, as they are affordable, unlike memory. And I have now a spare CPU, so I thought I better plug the 9950X3D in a new X870E board and use my old CPU and my old memory that's currently on the shelves in this 670E, so that I have two AM5 systems. That's certainly reasonable resources for a T2 compiling company, and upcoming continuous integration test build and update server things. And I hope, I mean, normally you would hope that it works, but some other users wrote me that it also doesn't work on their 870E. I think even one wrote in the chat here some month ago when we discussed this. So I hope this board shows the same bug. If not, I mean, if for some random reason this board that hopefully comes next week doesn't have this bug, we can still debug this X670E system bug. But I guess the board will show the same bug, but we will see. How long does it have? So the thing is, it never knows when it's done, right? So analyzing type things. By the way, Trap, if you're still here, do you know why sometimes it asks me for my credit card here? Did you understand why what it means? Wait, what is it? What does use? What am I too stupid for usage? The tasks start another session each. What? Why does it not do usage? Am I too stupid for usage? Current session research, current week, 50 and 33. I mean, there is something left. So is this just like strange? You're enabling usage credits. You are enabling usage credits for AP. Wait, what? It's asking to use extra usage, which for time when you burn your, which 4 times. Yeah, but I didn't yet, right? Like, why does it sometimes usage is available at agent view? attach a session to run it? What do you mean agent view? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, does it now still do something or not? Backgrounding after current tool finish? Wait, what? Why is this so strange? What did I do to it? Daemon run, here is still some... How can I attach to that thing? I have no idea how this is. For API rate, yeah, I don't want to enable that though. I don't know why it always... Is that the right thing? Resume. Ah, here are indeed multiple main. Why is this so strange? Session is still running as a background agent. Attach to it or run enable cloud agent. Not sure what. Upgrade to keep using. Okay, so it's just advertising me early to upgrade. Yes, it does it in reconstruction. Is this still running or did it stop? What did it reconstruct here so far? The SGI bug is difficult. Probably I stopped it maybe somehow. Polystrip enable or park and things. So this fancy board from the 90s has multiple processors, so that's some stacked architecture. I knew that already. So there's some like pixel processor and raster and command and whatnot. But no. Just need to be sure not to accidentally delete all the swipe coded things. Okay, interesting experience. I don't think we continue that here today. Do we have clauses? Hey, how about we alias Claude to close? Or actually, or Cloud because he's stealing stuff. Or horsed. I want horsed. Why did they not call him horsed? Why is it called a bug? Because my audio doesn't work on an Sgi Octane. So, with all fun aside, I'm not sure its second main background. Is it still running or it's any? Maybe we better power off this, not that it like some Skynet said cloud things. Okay, let's better not have that run in the background. Not that it does take over my Verizon overnight. We did some things, including, hey, at least we tested the latest kernel on wait, do we test the latest T2 kernel 7.1? I mean, someone needs to test Linux kernel on Sgi Octane, obviously. That good thing still works. We will eventually do that. We need some better. Yeah, I forgot how broken that was. I thought it's a little broken. I didn't. That's too broken. Is it mission critical? No. What we actually should do, hear me out. What we should do is, I have this other PCI card. I don't even know if it works. I don't really want to boot IRIX, but we had plugged this card into another PC and it didn't just work there. How about we plug this SGI Red 1 Radical Audio card into another PC again? And wipe code that driver until that driver works on PC, which, I mean, yes, it never has, but at least to make the driver work again. And then whatever that results. Basically, we have, I mean, yeah, we could sit here all day. I mean, if the thing is, we could even stack here also. We could even multitask and do multiple things. The thing is, it probably would be pretty thick setup of round robin task switching it. Do we have this here of red 1? Do we have here? Basically, we have theoretically here a growing list. Yeah, we could wipe analyze all of these stupid things. I mean, we could wipe analyze, like wipe reverse engineer PowerVR PCX2. Oh wait, no, that has documentation. Oh, holy shit! We could tell it, here's this open source code for PowerVR PCX, and create like one user space clean thing to. But yeah, that's also not that. I mean, we should focus on stuff where we sell T2 Linux, which is ARM and RISC-V soon. But like the next years, eventually we could like. This is at least the Sony Vario P. I have two. I have at least two of those, the Sony Vario P and the Nokia booklet. We could, like, yeah, all the stuff that is basically too time consuming for me to really work on. Actually, here's VIP Blu-ray PS3. Actually, this kinda worked. I'm not even sure why I have here. I mean, super audio CD. I mean, there's so much geeky stuff that's theoretically that I don't really have time to do weeks and months. But it would be really cool to dump Super Audio CD on PS3 Linux. The Super Audio CD dumping only ever worked on Game OS, which are the sources even still? I hope. Or did I once there were sources? Are the sources still somewhere? Yeah, basically we could wipe code a whole year. We have so many cool projects. There was once a GitHub project here, Ripper, here this. The problem is this here, this is for Game OS, this is for running in, oh, there's a new release. Do I use it already? 4 years ago. Merge pull from. The problem is this only works, I mean, maybe I should test this. I mean, probably I should test this. This only works in XMB, and I'm not using XMB. We should basically git clone that before. I mean, I guess that ship sailed. Oh, that exists. Oh, I did this. Look, I archived this. I'm so clever. I archived this already. Yeah. The problem is this is using. I looked into this already 4 years ago. PS3 can do Blu-ray. What is Blu-ray PS3? That is using this in Linux. I think I fixed the user. So I actually dumped the PS3. That is actually, I never used it. But basically full playback. I don't know if, probably that needs like basically the question is, can we watch Blu-ray on PS3 Linux? Which probably not, due to probably needs optimization. But the problem with that thing here is that is extracting the this is extracting the SA Super Audio CD decryption stuff from from the Sony player, and so it's loading this decryption stuff into the SPE, and I have no idea if we can. I mean, it should be possible to somehow do in Linux, but that would I've never loaded like some random game OS thing into an SPE, into things. Okay, I need to go. It's late. I need to go. Okay, we tested the limits of Claude and my patience with old and broken hardware. So share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I need to be careful with my time. I cannot fix all the SGI. Like, as nice as it is, I'm not using it in production and I'm not daily driving it. It's always nice to have stuff more working. I mean, maybe with the things we should. The SGI-O2 is one of the easier things that maybe the wipe coded stuff we wipe coded today. Maybe we should start testing this, because the SGI-O2 is way less complex than the Octane. This Octane graphic boards are monstrously, humongously complex, both of them. I mean, maybe vPro differently. Yeah, share, like, subscribe. The more you share, like, subscribe, the more cool things we can do. Because the thing is also with SGI vPro, maybe we could wipe code an Xcode driver. I mean, this would kind of even be more important. I mean, okay, we can give it 10 minutes. Oh, I just shut this down. Because, I mean, maybe we could ask AI to analyze how complete is this Odyssey, which I asked it accidentally. Because Odyssey currently doesn't have a Linux X driver at all. And without, I thought the sources here are too incomplete. So that is Odyssey. Odyssey. What was the other? I mean, how complete is this simulator? Is it Odyssey simulator? Is there anything in there? Oh, there is nothing in there. Oh, that's just some make-for divisions. Okay, that's not very helpful. The question is sim header. Yeah, I think this Odyssey thing here is totally not complete. So this is just power on, I guess. Yeah, this is for Odyssey. We probably would need to give it the IRIX driver and like the binary, because I'm pretty sure, what is it, even libsk? I mean, I didn't want to look into this really, but I mean, to see PLL. I have no idea what that is. Maybe that's some, I mean, here's some early init teardown, init board things. I think texture port, I've seen this in IRIX. Text port graphic routines. The question is, how complete is that? Gradient sheet, draw a smooth quad instead of a gradient line with using true color. Shadow area used, use lines, use rect, use true color. Cheating like it's NVIDIA or what? The problem is, for a Linux Xorg driver, here's draw bitmap. What does it do? Pointer to Odyssey hardware bitmap. Bus command begin. Pixel format, put pixel mode and buffer select. Init cursor. Look, here's a cursor, maybe. I mean, making vPro used, because the problem is currently vPro is completely not usable in Linux. You've used session limit, resets 12 AM. What was it? 80, wait, at 89 and 98? What's this spike so much? This is funny. It was more like 80. Probably all the analysis. So it needs to finish this tomorrow. It's pay to win. It will be out of tokens any second. Yeah, but we need to do ARM and RISC-V. So shall I subscribe next week? We have state-of-the-art AM5 coming. We should continue ARM and RISC-V. We should be more clever and get the 200 max plan. LOL. If you shall, I can subscribe enough. Are you even a member? You better become a member. Vibe coding. Maybe we need a new Vibe membership level. Is next week do you mean tomorrow? Yes, of course. For me, work start on Monday. For you not? Do your week start on Sunday? I'm surprised it still does something. Upgrade to keep using God close. Does Colin pay well? Well, mostly other things pay me. Certainly for some people working at Intel and AMD, but for independent people, not really. I wonder how much it will manage to do until it hits the syncing with medium efforts. I had here rate limit options, bash things. Wait, you cooked 4, you hit your session limit, resets at midnight. Yay. Okay, stop and wait things. I guess I can just park it there and things. Thank you for the level. Welcome. Appreciate this. Someone donate him. Yes, exactly. Maybe you too. Yeah, not important. We can park that here and let it continue tomorrow. At least we tested O2 Sgi Octane. That we should sometimes do, and thank you so much, Kevin. Tier for level 2 member, supporting our mission here to fix really everything. Yeah, at least, yeah, but the overhead is killing it. That's why. Yeah, did I even here? Is that here? Yes, here. Okay, we documented that we tested latest Linux kernel MIPS MIPS64 Sgi Octane testing boot workload everything T2. Man, I should actually macro program this off F12 and poof. Basically mostly the same things. It's always T2 Linux, of course. Things did I Sgi Octane IP30. Bam. Yeah, I should do this more often. I should. This probably would even be cool content. I need a second camera, and you need to see me like more. The problem is it's too. Thank you for asking this. The problem is Sgi Octane is the audio driver is too broken, and that's the crazy stuff, right? The only constant change integrations. The audio driver was working fine, right? So that's the crazy stuff. I mean, it was working fine 10 years ago. It's like, yeah, the only constant change integrations, and then your PCI audio driver does kill your Ethernet and doesn't work things. I mean, yeah, this Claude stuff can be helpful, but you need to be an expert to operate it correctly. If you are, so basically, but that's also what I always said, right? I mean, not that I can yet operate it correctly, but I always said that you need to only become better, right? I always said it's like you get less junior developer practicing or jobs, and if you want to be like, so all the script kiddies are always AI, LLM. It's like, yeah, you only need to be better, right? So thankfully I'm already good. So yeah, but for the future, I mean, also like for the real costs at this discounted $20 rates. I mean, for $20, it's of course a steal. Let's see how much I will like it the next weeks. In a way, babysitting this. But hey, we got a YTech driver out of this, right? So it's we vibe ported a I can finally use my 486 with a Power 900 YTech driver here, right? That's got that far. I mean, yeah, in a way, Trap is right. I mean, is it totally fulfilling? Not really, to babysit an LLM. But on the other hand, working with this 90s source of X33, it's like, it's also not super fulfilling, right? So, yeah, pest or cholera, there's always one thing, right? So I really have to go. Amazing so many people tune in. Hope to see you soon, probably tomorrow, for all the continuation of this stuff to come. Let's see who's online to rate you too. And if I really like the style, like Q&A things, learn stuff. Yeah, happy. I mean, yeah, it realistically, it mostly speeds up the stuff of we can talk and discuss it while the LLM is clanking, right? So also that's not the right website. Hope you enjoyed to learn something, and see you next time.